Welcome to day 21 of 100 Days of VBA. Yesterday we looked at array variables for the first time, and in that case we were mostly working with one-dimensional arrays. So in that case, just one list of numbers or text values. Today we're going to look at two-dimensional arrays, which means you can build more of a table like we have here in this Excel sheet. So you have rows and columns. So let's see how we do that in VBA. So let's first define our function, and now we're going to define our array. So let's say dim my array, then we're going to open the brackets, and instead of just providing one number this time for the number of values in our array, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, comma 1, 2, 3, and we're going to declare those as all integers. Now the reason we've written 1 to 3 twice here is because we want to have 3 rows and 3 columns in our array. So if we step into our function quickly here, then we can see in the immediate box, we can see we've got our array, which is an array of integers, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. We've got 3 rows and then 3 columns in each of those rows, if we open them up. And because we started with 1 to 3 instead of 0 to 3, we don't have our 0 reference. If you remember yesterday, the first value in our array was value 0. This time we don't have that because we specified we should have values 1 to 3. Now, we can assign values to those values inside the array in the same way we did yesterday. So if we say my array, and then we specify we want row 1, column 1, and then we can say that's equal to 10. And we can work our way through the array like this. So if we say row 1, column 2, it's 20, and 1, 3 equals 30. So very similar to yesterday, that's how you can assign values. Now, a good use of two-dimensional arrays is actually obviously working with spreadsheet data because that is a two-dimensional table. And to fetch data from a spreadsheet into a two-dimensional array is very simple. So we're going to say dim, let's say spreadsheet array as variant. So remember, variant means we can have text and integer values in one array. And then we're going to say spreadsheet array equals application dot active sheet dot range, and then we're going to specify A1 to C3 dot value. So then all of our values are now in spreadsheet array. So that's these 9 numbers here. Now, as we did before, we can then modify those values. So let's say in 1, 1, so where the number 1 currently is, we want to make that 10. And let's say spreadsheet array 2, 2, so where number 5 is, let's make it 50. And in the last cell there, so spreadsheet array 3, 3, then we want to make that 90. And then we can write that back to the sheet further down. So application.activeSheet.range, and let's say A5 to C8 this time, dot value equals spreadsheet array. Let's run that. Oops, so you can see I've actually added an extra row there. So if I delete that and do that again, we can see we've moved our values down and we've changed those 3 that we edited. So there we go. That's working with two-dimensional arrays. So the keys being specifying how many rows and columns you want in your array and specifying both the row and column number when you're editing values.